I'm very lucky to have the Movement Watch Company sponsor another video, and I recently got this Voyager Desert model, which will certainly look the part of an expedition watch once I fix the gaping hole in the back of my Land Cruiser, put a lift kit on it, and go on some half-cocked adventure. I've actually got the parts on the way for that. But back on subject, I like these watches because of their modern take on classic designs and their reasonable prices. I also identify with the founders of the company who made crazy life choices like me, but eventually made a company that now has sold over 1 million watches in over 160 countries. So maybe I won't go bankrupt if I buy a Ferrari Testarossa and drive it to Alaska. But seriously, it's no wonder why they've sold so many of these watches, as it's a really clean design, and I've seriously been getting compliments ever since I put them on. And you can get yours too for a nice discount. Get $15 off today with free shipping and free returns by going to mvmt.com and use code Hoovies15. Now, as you'll see soon, I actually have a real-life girlfriend. I know, shocker, right? And Movement has the perfect gift for her. Movement is selling... Oh, jeez, dog. Movement is selling these great gift boxes, which includes one of their watches along with an extra leather wristband, along with some stylish and nice quality sunglasses, all in a smartly presented package. This should make you look like a hero this Christmas without spending a ton of money. So now is the time to step up your watch game. Go to mvmt.com and use the code Hoovies15 to show your support for my very generous sponsor and join the movement. Now, back to cars, which I'm sure you all are thinking, not again.
Another one. Another one. And another one.
I know. It's another one. And another old silver BMW. What do you want me to tell you guys? A dealer buddy called me up and said he took this 1998 BMW M3 on trade for only $3,000. And he wondered if I was interested. Well, of course I was. Then he said it was a convertible and an automatic. And I totally forgot about it. Then I happened to stop by his shop for a totally different reason and took a glance at it and... well, you know the rest of the story. Here it is. Now, there are plenty of cheaper M3s out there that are total wrecks, but the reason I bought this one and can say that it's the cheapest M3 with an asterisk is because it's got to be the cheapest one that has everything working. There's no check engine light or weird noises, and the front suspension is tight and the electric top works, and underneath is bone dry too. And it looks like the cooling system has been updated from the original components that turn into glass. Now, if you still think that $3,000 is not a very good deal for a slush box convertible, you probably haven't been paying attention to what these things are going for lately. The prices are nuts. Earlier this week, I was at an auction and saw a basket case 98 coupe with a manual trans, and I mean, it was as bad as it gets. Rough body, shredded interior, bad head gasket, 220,000 miles, and even that pile brought $3,000. Now, the nice ones are slowly starting to tickle the $20,000 mark. $20,000 for a questionable quality Beamer with 240 horsepower, albeit it handled very well for the time, and the manual transmission does feel really nice to slap around, but I could think of a lot of better ways to spend my money. Although I wouldn't have a YouTube channel if I spent my money wisely, so now I'm in this perpetual spiral of certain destruction. Howdy.
You selling the car?
Oh no, I'm out here filming for YouTube. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's just a good little deserted road, you know, so thank you.
That's all right.
But hey, it's an M3 that was traded in for only $3,000, so it wasn't a bad deal, especially if everything works. So I wrote a check for this car shortly before jetting off to California and totally forgot to move money over from my car account to my normal checking account. So while I was out of town, my mortgage came due, as well as my broken Bentley car payment. Yeah, I took a loan out on that pile too, and I woke up December 2nd in California with a negative $900 account balance and had no way to move the money back over. So I had to have my girlfriend throw some cash in the bank for me. Now, I've paid her back already, but in a rare instance, she took a passing glance at this M3 and said that she liked it. Now, most of the time, she doesn't even notice the cars I'm driving at all. If they're the same color, she wouldn't even know if I switched cars, but sometimes she doesn't even notice if it's a different color. Her current hoopty is a hideous 2000 Toyota RAV4 with peeling paint, and it leaks all over my driveway. It needs to go. So I've decided to give her this car for Christmas, but I'm not doing this to be nice. I'm actually doing this to trap this woman, as she'll have a hard time finding another guy with the connections and abilities to keep this old thing going. She'll be terrified to leave me and risk having nobody that can help her on the roadside. Though, maybe I didn't think this through, since a car guy is much more likely to hit on an attractive woman driving around in an M3, although BMW guys are usually asses, but women tend to like guys that are asses. It's true, I'm speaking as a guy who was stuck in the friend zone during most of high school and college. And now I'm coming off as really insecure. Anyway, I do want to do a few things to this car before handing it over to her, and I already got started by replacing the passenger seat bottom. It's weird because the rest of the interior had normal wear, while it was just the passenger seat bottom that looked like another case of a horrible Taco Tuesday aftermath. Additionally, I'm going to replace the front brake rotors and pads, as there's a slight pulse when you stab the brakes, and while the front suspension does feel nice, the rear end feels a little loose and wobbly, which is a common problem with this chassis, something easily rectified by some new shocks and trailing arm bushings. I will say, even in an automatic, this M3 does feel fun, and I'm noticing some things that I like about it over my 1995 Mercedes C36 AMG, but I think I'll save that info for a fun little retro shootout video sometime soon. Obviously, this car isn't perfect. It's showing 152,000 miles really well though, and it still makes all the right noises. Now, this is going to be a total surprise for my girlfriend, and I don't really have to worry about telling you guys because she doesn't watch my videos. She gets enough of me being an idiot in real life, so it's totally understandable. But look for the big surprise video on Christmas, and hopefully she likes it, because I've spent myself into a corner this year on cars, so I might look a little thin under my Christmas tree this year. And if you wish I was your hoopty sugar daddy, hit that like button. And as always, thank you for watching.